And also why she signs all the time, so there's never a conversation Shizune will be left out of. I just realized something. How does she take notes? If she's constantly signing, what to her? Does she just like write them down and then she copies them later? I guess. She's got twice the workload, kinda. I said that, yes. Dots. Anyway, we should start on the problems now, Hichan. Where's Hanako? No. We finished with time to spare, so I decided to ask if there are any alternatives to the cafeteria, as frankly the food has been subpar. This sent Shizune and Misha arguing amongst themselves about their favorite restaurants. All of them are downtown, so I don't think we have time to go all the way there. And what about the bill? Yeah, do I even have money? Are they arguing just for the fun of it? Maybe. They seem so distracted by it that they don't even notice the start of their actual lunch break. I look over my shoulder towards the back of the classroom. Hanako! Yes. Let's go eat with her. She seems to be studying her notes from the previous class. It's an odd sight. Everyone else in the class is busying themselves with the lunch break. Socializing, gossiping, rearranging desks, the ones with actual box lunches mixed in and chattering like everyone else. Oh. Ah. That was the weirdest cough ever. It was a voice crack cough that I exaggerated a ton. Only interrupted by short bouts of eating. But when I watch Hanako, it feels like I'm the only one who can see her, almost as if she was invisible, sort of hiding in plain sight. Go talk to her. I need that choice, like just right there. Right here. Go over to Hanako? Yes. Is she being bullied? Is she isolating herself from the rest of the class on her own accord? Probably. Oh! She looked at me. I see her look over her shoulder towards the classroom's rear door. Come to think of it, she hasn't turned a page since I started watching her. I guess she's waiting for someone. Go talk with Hanako. Do it. I still feel bad for making her run away yesterday, so I better say something. Hey there, Hanako. Oh, Hisao! At least she remembers my name. Hey, I just wanted to apologize for yesterday. I didn't mean to startle you or anything. After you just startle her again, you can see by her face. She's clearly startled. I'm just new here and I thought I should get to know my classmates. Hey, she's smiling, that's good. As Hanako looks up at me, I notice her... Don't... Just... Look at her, not her scars. I notice her scarring once more. It's a little bewildering that you can barely notice it from across the room, but it's so noticeable from close up. Do not say that out loud. Don't be like with Lily. I see! Can you? Yeah, look, you made her self-conscious. That's okay. It was my fault. It was my fault. Stutter. Nah, that wasn't anyone's fault. It just kind of happened. So are you waiting for someone? I saw you looking at the door before. Yes, Lily. Oh, yeah, they're friends. Oh, you mean Lily the blind? Why would you say that? Hanako only nods in response, and I can't help but wonder if defining people through their disabilities is a faux pas of the worst kind, or just normal here. I guess that explains why Lily took off after her yesterday. She seems like a nice girl. Are you two friends? Yes. Don't scare her. As if hoping for Lily to appear, she checks over her shoulder again. I think I'm making her nervous again. I hope I'm not disturbing you right now. No, that's not it. It's just easier if Lily doesn't come here. Oh, because it's hard to get around? Not really. Yeah, Shizune doesn't like... She's a friend of mine, so she must not like Lily. Hanako's gaze drifts past my shoulder and towards Shizune. Shizune? Hanako nods again. What about her? Don't they get along? Hanako shakes her head. Clearly this is something she doesn't want to talk about. It does make a strange sort of sense. Shizune and Lily not getting along so well. They can't, yeah. Communication between the two would be all but impossible. It's hard enough talking to Shizune through Misha, even when you can see whose hands are talking. Hanako's so focused on Shizune that I'm the first to notice Lily at the door. Oh, she's here now. Ugh! Don't be startled. Calm down, please. Hanako spins around to confirm this. Upon seeing Lily, she moves quickly to the door. Hey, Lily. Oh, she's happy. Lily. Ah, Hanako. Good morning. Is the president here? Yes. Hanako glances over her shoulder at Shizune again as if to confirm she can't hear them, even though that's impossible. I suppose we best be off then. Lily's sigh and tone of what seems like frustration makes me raise an eyebrow. I guess there's some kind of enmity between the two. It's intriguing, but that's not really something I'd ask about. I'm sure if they wanted me to know, then they would tell me. It's only my 3rd day here, so I should be trying to make friends, not finding out why people are enemies. Good job. Don't do that. Still, it's a little funny to find out the school has little feuds, just like my old high school. It's still a high school, man. I don't know why you... It's still high school. Even if people are more tolerant of others, they're still going to get on each other's nerves. They're still people. They're still students. They're still kids in high school. It's gonna be a high school. Hisao, just understand this simple fact. Hey Lily, how are things? I'm sorry I made you run off yesterday. Oh my, is that Hisao? I didn't realize you were here. It seems that Lily is embarrassed about being so frank in front of me. Sorry Lily, I thought you realized. No, it's alright Hanako. Hisao, please don't worry about yesterday. It was just a misunderstanding. If you say so, I'm still working this place out. Well then, I think you'll find most people here are a lot more forgiving than elsewhere. If you're feeling a little confused, please don't be afraid to ask questions. Sure, I'll remember that. Lily? Lily gives a small nod of acknowledgement. I'm sorry, Hisao, but we must be off. Hanako doesn't really look all that comfortable here right now, and Lily still seems a little embarrassed. I wonder if my apologies really made any impact. Mind if I accompany you too? There you go! There you go. Hisao. Now you're thinking. I'm kind of pushing it, but Lily hums quietly, still smiling. I'm sure that we could accommodate you, can't we, Hanako? She looks at Lily, then at me, and then she freezes, wide-eyed. I don't want to be rude. Just say I'm being rude or something. Sure. Well then, shall we go? I'm sure Lily wouldn't do this so easily if she saw how scared Hanako looks, but it can't be helped now. Declining after the deal is sealed would only cause confusion and problems. So we leave, all three together. Lily walks beside the wall, letting her cane gently tap against it every now and then. Hanako comes along right beside her, so close she's practically half hugging her as they go. Although it must make her walking that much harder, Lily takes it in stride. As we turn around the corner of the hallway, something hits me. No, not another heart attack. Something hits me in the chest with the force of a steam train. Hanako shrieks a little and my vision briefly goes black. Are you kidding me? It's your 3rd day of high school in Yamaku. And I'm dead. Ouch. Oh, I was knocked over. Okay. Opening my eyes, I see a pair of saucer-like green eyes looking up at me. Hello. Why aren't you wearing pants? They belong to the perpetrator, a short girl who bumped into me and has now fallen down the hallway floor. Onto the hallway floor. She wears a PE... That's a PE uniform? Okay. And a very worried frown. The former strikes me as a rather strange thing to have on during a lunch break. More striking than that, though, she doesn't have legs. She's Blade Runner. What was that guy in the Olympics? That was his name, right? Blade Runner? Or she does, but they are not flesh and bone. Her pale and very much flesh and bone thighs and in shins and feet made of some black metallic or plastic-like material. They look disturbingly artificial and unnatural. It almost makes me forget that my chest is hurting. The girl winces a little, rubs her nose, and jumps up. Twin tails? Oh, her hair. Aw, man. Hey, are you alright? I'm sorry about that, really. I wasn't looking where I was going and you just came out of nowhere. Sorry. She's looking really apologetic in the hurt puppy way of looking apologetic. Okay. I quickly forget about being angry or anything since hurt puppies are my weak spot. It's okay, don't worry about it. Ouch. Yeah, you're probably gonna cause me to die. Oh jeez. I say that, but there's a stinging pain growing in my chest, and I know that this is about the biggest possible danger for my condition. Don't overexert yourself, don't forget your medication, and most of all, don't get hit in the chest. I try to rub my solar plexus to chase the pain away, holding my breath in an attempt to hear my heartbeat. It's not that fast. It seems normal. Hey, should I get a nurse? The weird, high-pitched voice of the girl snaps me out of it. I stare at her for a few seconds dumbfounded until I realize that I probably looked worse off than I really was, doubled over myself and looking all tense. Damn, I'm overly worried about my heart. No need, I'm fine. Managing to say something in response, I pull myself upright, feeling my sore ribs one last time, and take a deep breath. She just knocked the wind out of me, big time, but it's nothing more than that. You sure you're okay? I hit you pretty hard. It's okay. I said I was fine, and nothing's broken. No harm done. That's good. Hisao, what happened? She's not quite up to speed for obvious reasons, but she sounds very worried. More than what the situation deserves, really. Someone just bumped into me. Nothing serious. Just winded. Sorry, it was my fault. I was going to get some stuff and I was kind of in a hurry. That someone here is Emmy, isn't it? That little girl coughs quietly and shuffles her plastic or metallic feet, looking down at them before I say anything. Hi, Lily, Hanako. I guess the girls know each other. Do please try and be more careful. You might be sturdy enough to endure these sorts of accidents, but there are people who aren't. The girl blushes and starts to fidget nervously like a little child caught misbehaving. It was so cute I found myself smiling. I know that. I was just... I gotta go. Teacher will have my head. I promised to help with printouts, but I went running instead. Sorry, but I've gotta change and everything. Before any of us can say a thing, Emmy has already bolted away, leaving the hallway eerily quiet. You are still shocked. For a long time. I would assume you saw this guy, which is, in that case, is understandable. Does that kind of thing happen often around here? What? Running into people? There are more rules in Yamaku than usual for running in corridors. But that rarely stops Emmy, it seems. Emmy, listen to the rules. She shakes her head weakly and offers a slight composed smile. I don't think there's anything we can do to stop her, I'm afraid. Shall we be off then? Lily heads off along the hallway, and Hanako hurries after her. The route to the room the two use for tea is fairly simple to retrace, being still fresh in my mind from yesterday. Lily and Hanako quickly go about the business of making lunch. Before I can even open my small bag of food, Lily's busying herself with her thermos and tea bags as Hanako is setting out both of their lunch boxes. So is this what you meant by coming here almost every day? Yes, Hanako and I usually have lunch here. It suits both of us, so we end up using this room regularly. After seeing Hanako's reactions to me over the past couple of days, I can understand why that is a boon. That and Lily being able to get some quiet away from her class as well. I take my seat last after Lily's poured the tea for us and sits down. The more time I spend with these two girls, the more I think they're a perfect foil to Misha and Shizune. Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. So, how are you faring in Yamaku, Hisao? You seem a bit flustered before. Apart from getting lost every now and again and being crash-tackled outside my classroom, fine, I guess. You look pretty hurt before. Are you really okay? Thank you for worrying about me, but yeah, I'm good. For a brief moment, I considered telling Hanako and Lily about my condition, but then I hold it back. I can't tell why, but for some reason I feel uncomfortable talking about it to these relative strangers, even if they have been pretty friendly. Yeah, it's nothing. I was just a bit startled. Judging from the two girls' expressions, I don't think that they're buying it. But in what I assume is their way of respecting my privacy, they don't press the matter. I guess that is one of the unwritten rules around here. Don't ask. Even if people's conditions are obvious, like Hanako's, there's still bound to be a story involved. Everyone has things that they don't feel comfortable speaking about, and everyone here recognizes that. So how long have you been in this school? You all seem to know your way around pretty well. Well, I've been here since the start of high school, but I only moved into the dormitories a year ago. Hanako joined at the start of high school as well, and moved into the dormitories when she did, if memory serves me right. That's right, since high school. So you've known each other since then? Since I moved, yes. Hanako lives next door to me, so it's only natural, right? Right. Yeah, of course. Living next to someone is probably reason enough to befriend them, though I'm guessing Lily's blindness played a part in it as well. I can't imagine Hanako easily making friends with someone who has to deliberately avoid looking at her scars. With the immediate conversation dried up, we started to eat our lunch. Excuse me. It isn't long before the bells are signaling the end of the break. Like me, the girls pack up their lunches as efficiently as they set them out. I guess I'd better be off. Are you going to go with Hisao, Hanako? Hanako looks up at me, and for a second I can see she's considering skipping class, maybe just to avoid walking to the classroom with me. Don't be worried. Even though I am looking pretty shady over there with my alfalfa hairstyle. Just looking at you without turning my head. It's kind of creepy. Yes. Oh, okay. I don't know what to think of it. Hanako is really is delicate to the point of breaking if looked at in the wrong way. It makes me a bit nervous too, but I push the feeling aside, trying to be as natural as I can. We should hurry then. Class has already started by the sound of it. Lily gives a nod of farewell as she bends down to take her cane, Hanako and I filing out before her. We walk quietly down the empty halls to our respective classes. As we reach the door to Lily's 3-2 classroom, she turns towards me. Hisao, thank you for sharing lunch with us today. My pleasure, Lily. And with that, we part ways, Lily entering our classroom and leaving Hanako and I to make off on our own. She's still looking like she wants to run away. Don't run away. So do you really want to go back to class now? No, let's go to the library. Let's get... Oh, yes. Okay then. I feel like I should say something more to her, but it's hard to come up with anything that would be appropriate and safe enough. And Lily was right. The more time we spend out here, the more explaining we have to do. I open the rear door to class and walk in. The teacher looks up at me, opens his mouth to say something. However, as Hanako follows me in and closes the door, he simply nods to us and continues his lecture. Oh, we were tardy. Oh, jeez. Okay. This is the third time that Hanako has had her truancy practically ignored. There's definitely something going on here. I'm sure because she's like emotionally unstable, she gets like I don't know. Perks? Is that a good word to use? Probably not, but what's an analogy? Like diabetes, I guess. Like you have to go to the nurse and get your insulin shot, so you might be late. Or you need to go when your blood sugar is low. Or is diabetes high? I don't know. But you have like, you can go if you need to go. Basically. And I'm assuming in her situation it's kind of the same thing. She can go when she needs to go. Oh, okay. Did I say that? Oh, we make our way to our seats, and I notice that Misha and Shizune are both missing as well. I wonder if some form of informal agreement with the staff, or if it's a perk, I just used that, afforded to the unique students of the school. Trying to make as little disturbance as I can, I extract the relevant textbooks from my bag and start catching up. The class goes on quietly. The teacher seems like an okay person despite the weird first impression I got, and the material is relatively interesting. However, the way he teaches is really bizarre. It's as if he expects that everyone is a natural genius. I have some teachers like that. When the final bell sounds, I realize that there is still a lot of time left in the day, and I'm wondering what to do. Go to the library with Hanako. Do it. It's odd. At the hospital I had 24 hours a day of free time, but here filling the considerably shorter hours feels difficult. Everyone else leaves and I'm left alone with the teacher. Mutao is examining the assignment sheets we were working on earlier, marking them with a red ball pen. Raising his eyebrows from the papers briefly, he notices me and furrows his brow. What is it, Nakai? I feel like his voice should be deeper, but I don't know how to... What is it, Nakai? That was a fail at making a deep voice. I don't know how deep my voice is. I don't know. It sounds a lot deeper than I think it is, so I don't know how to make mine deeper. Oh well. I jump at him addressing me, but I guess it's natural to spark some conversation since there's no one else around. Nobody else around. Nothing. Thinking about what I would do after school. The teacher slowly puts the cap on the pen he is holding and arranges his papers into a stack, clacking against the desk twice. He seems very methodical for a brief moment. For a brief moment, I am reminded of Shizune. But the teacher is more unhurried and relaxed, much more routined. You have no plans? No, I consider joining a club, but I don't know what kind of club would interest me. Go observe a meeting of someone else's club. Might pique your interest, I guess. But I don't know how to continue from there. Mutao looks at me in a way that makes me quickly want to take the words back to avoid a conversation. But I can't, so I have to forge ahead. I just don't know how to deal with people. I mean the other students. What do you mean? They're just people. They are people. I'm talking to people and everything, so it's not like I'd be isolated or anything. I just don't know what to think about the disabilities. Don't think about it! It's like it feels that I'm being impolite if I pay attention to them, and it's weird to ignore them. It doesn't have to be weird. Like Yuko said, it's only an elephant if you say it is. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. The teacher scratches his cheek absent-mindedly, looking very unresponsive. These things are only an issue if you make them one, Yuko. Oh. You can normally talk with someone even if they are blind or something. Try to look beyond the superficial. There's not a single student here who isn't just a normal kid, behind whatever they might seem at first glance. I'm gonna take a break here and then save and